I'm all creaky. All right. Let's find the yoga mode. I'll count us down as always. So we can synchronize because we all know I love that. All right, in three, two, one, hit start. Good morning, everyone. We made it. There's light. I know I've been saying this for like a month now, but I'm still that excited because I've been waiting months and we're here. So let's sit up nice and tall, lengthen your spine. You can close your eyes to start if that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, just gently look at something in front of you and let's take 3 centering breaths together. So let's breathe in through the nose, then breathe out through the mouth. Remember, long breaths, take your time, settle in. Okay, next one, let's breathe in. Imagine you're taking in energy from the earth or the floor beneath you. And then nice long out breath, sinking back down, becoming more planted. And then last breath together. Once again, let's breathe in and then let it go. Relax. And as usual, we'll settle our whole body from top to bottom. So ironing out any wrinkles in your forehead, relaxing your eyelids and your cheeks and your jaw, down to your neck. And just notice how your neck holds up your head. And in turn, how it connects to your shoulders and your torso, rather the top half of your body. And we'll breathe into our arms, from our shoulders down to our elbows and our forearms, all the way down to our hands. Okay. And then notice how your hands feel, whether there's a light breeze on them, whether they're touching your knees. And then we'll work our way back to our torso and notice how your breath feels, whether that's your chest expanding or your belly contracting as you breathe in and out. And now on to the lower half of our body. So where your bottom touches your mat, and if you're sitting cross-legged like me, where your shins are touching your feet, and then where your feet touch your mat. And let's breathe into our whole body now. Okay, just like the beginning, let's draw an energy from the ground beneath you, breathing in. Then relaxing, sinking down as you breathe out. Okay, hopefully by now you're beginning to sink in and relax, getting ready to go. Nice. Let's take 3 deep breaths. And then at the top, I want you to hold it. And then I'll play the singing bowl. And when you hear it, I want you to release the breath. Nice long exhale. So let's breathe in through the nose. I'm going to hold it. Shoulders relax and down. Okay, once again, breathe in. Okay, last one. Let's breathe into the nose. When you hear the singing bowl being played, you can open up your eyes and release the breath. Pop off my block. Let's do a sitting side stretch. So let's plant the left hand on the mat and reach over our head and reach the top left hand corner of the room with the right fingertips, right arm. And think about that stretch from your fingertips all the way down your arm, through your side to your right hip, down to your planted sit bone. Okay, give me one last reach with the right arm. And then we'll bring the left arm back up at the top. Let's get the other side. So the right palm is planted. The left arm is reaching over your head. And just feeling that stretch all the way down the left side. And give me one last reach. And then as you breathe out, let's reach with both arms up to the ceiling. And then we'll drop the hands down. Let's get what's it called, a spinal stretch. So plant the left palm, the right knee, right palm, the floor behind you. As you turn clockwise, pressing into the ground and pressing into that right knee. Remember to turn the chin to the right shoulder. And then as you breathe out, let's unwind and we'll get the other side. So right palm is pressed into the left knee, but left palm is pressing, pushing into the floor, twisting the other way. All right, let's take a deep breath in and as you breathe out, give yourself one last push in the counterclockwise direction. And then let's unwind and get our inner thighs. Let's do our cobbler pose. So soles of the feet together. Bring your heels as close to your soft tissue as you can, letting the knees drop down and then lean forward. Lean, 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 lean. Okay, I'm going to open my feet like a book as I try to lean forward, getting as close to my feet as I can. And then let's round out the back. Crawl with our fingertips in front of us. Okay, let me see if I can touch the singing bowl. Just barely. Okay, give me one last reach. All right, and let's sit on up. And then we'll stand. We'll get our hamstrings. Oh, my legs are not very happy this morning. They're going to be happier. All right, find a nice wide stance, lengthwise with your mat, toes facing forward. Let's reach up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to swan dive forward. Okay, forward, forward, forward. And you can either press your fingertips into the floor and push yourself towards the back of the room. Okay, if that position's comfortable for you. And if you want to, you can clasp your fingertips behind you and reach your hands towards the ceiling, towards the front of the room, however you want to think about it. Okay, continue to stretch out your hamstrings. Let's take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, either push into the floor or reach towards the front of the room, depending what position you're in. And then no matter which position you're in, drop the hands down. Let's plant the right palm on the floor right in front of your face and rotate the left arm up towards the ceiling. Okay, think of that straight vertical line with your arms. If you want a little bit extra stretch, press into the floor with that right palm, opening up the chest a little bit more. And then let's bring the left arm down. Let's switch palms. Left palm is planted. Right fingertips are reaching up towards the ceiling. Okay, I'm reaching with my right hand, and I'm pressing and turning with my left. My hamstrings are beginning to open, hopefully. And let's bring that right arm back down. Usual, we're going to slow 10 count as we straighten up the top half of our body. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, I like that little ceiling reach. That was cool. All right, let's get our necks. So I'm going to start with grabbing my right wrist behind my back. Okay, chicken wing is on the left side. And we always drop our heads towards the chicken wing side. Don't worry, I always forget. And I'm asking myself, is it towards the chicken wing side or away from the chicken wing side? Okay, and then feel free to rotate your head back and forth and find that tight spot wherever it is for you. It might just be in one spot. You can keep your head there. It might be everywhere, in which case, continue to rotate your head back and forth and just get all the spots. May one day we don't have any tight spots. That's how aging works. Anywho, let's bring the head back to center, back to upright, and swap wrist. So I'm grabbing my left wrist behind my back. Ooh. And then choosing your own adventure, rotating the head back and forth. We're going to go for a little bit longer because this feels amazing. All right, let's straighten up the head. We can release the left wrist. Let's go for stage 2 with the neck. So take your hands until you're reaching for the floor. So reach, reach, reach. And then drop the chin to the top of the chest. And let's rotate our head to the right. Okay, and then as you roll your chin on the top of your chest, over to the left. Like you're listening to your left ear. I'm sorry, not left ear, your left shoulder. I guess you have to listen with your left ear, huh? All right, back to the right. My coffee needs to kick in. It's not full gas yet. All right, back to the left one last time. And then we're going to bring the head back to center. And then let's get our shoulder stretch. So let's go right arm across the top of the chest. Give yourself one last pull on that right shoulder, right arm. Then we're going to switch sides, getting the left. Okay, just at the other side, give yourself one last pull. And then release. Let's get our triceps. So I'm going to start with my right. I guess it doesn't really matter what side you go on. We're going to hit both anyways. Ooh, look at my sexy midriff. This sweatshirt would not be high school approved. All right, switch sides. I always laugh when I read that in school. No bare midriffs. Never understood who would do that anyways. I would always think, my stomach's cool, my belly button's cool. Why would anyone wear that? But then again, I'm all function, no fashion. Let's release the left arm. What was I gonna do? Let's do a chest opener. So you can start by reaching up towards the ceiling And think about when you bring your arms down, like you're trying to scrape the back of the room with your elbows and your fingertips. Okay, let's do it 4 times, all the way down, and then reach back up. Okay, you should feel that in the middle of your chest, scraping all the way down. Okay, let's go 3. I don't know why I picked 4. It's a weird number to pick. I think most people pick 3 or 5, but that's okay. We all make mistakes. We learn from them, usually, hopefully. Anyhow, let's come to the front of the mat. Or actually, let's do one more hamstring pose stretch. Let's do the split leg hamstring stretch. I'm gonna start with my left in front. Heels are in line, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then swan dive over that straight left leg, driving my right hip towards my front ankle. Say hello to the left hamstring once again. Okay, give me one last pull or one last drive that right hip towards the front ankle before we bend the front knee and then come on up and switch sides. All right, so right leg is out in the front, right toes are facing forward. We're gonna reach up and then swan dive over that straight right leg. My hamstrings are feeling quite tight today. I think my coach was mad at me. She made me climb altitude twice this weekend. Every time I have a hard workout, I tell everyone I think my coach is mad at me. I don't know what I did, but she's mad at me.
Don't blame your coach for your life choices. You signed up for Ragbri.
Agbri's not even that hilly. Although it's the hilliest course on record, apparently.
You want to be strong?
No, I want to have fun. Strong is fun. All right, let's bend that front knee and coming out of it. Let's not chit chat. Keep yourself on. All right, let's come to the front of the mat, feet and legs together. Stand up nice and tall, like you're plugging the crown of your head into your ceiling. And then reach up towards the ceiling. And then we're gonna swan dive forward. Okay, reach for the toes, reach for the ground. Okay, come up to flat back, rest your hands on your knees. We're gonna skip the warm up, all your regulars now. As you exhale, round at your back and plant both hands on the mat, step or jump back to plank. Okay, and in this first plank, as you slowly come on down, I want you to rest your whole body on the floor. And then push the floor away, come up to cobra. Okay, legs are on the floor. You feel that in your stomach and your core. If you want to go for the gold here, look up and get the front of the neck. Okay, and then gently lower yourself back down. That's new. Okay, come back to plank. So push yourself up into plank and then transition into the first downward dog of the day. Let's get the calves. So let's bend the left knee and drive the right heel down. And then switch sides. Let's get the left calf. And let's look at your beautiful legs as you do this. Ignore how tight your calf feels. Switch sides back to the right. And then we'll come back to the left. Okay, then straighten both legs. Push the floor away. Get both calves here. And then we'll start our what's it called? Crescent pose to prepare to a sequence. So bring your feet and legs together. We're going to start with the right leg. So float the right heel, right leg up into the air. And then swing it on through and plant it in front of you. And arms and torso come up, reaching up towards the ceiling for crescent pose. You should feel that in your left hip as you drive your left heel down to the mat. And your front knee is tracking over your front ankle. And then as you exhale, bring the hands to heart center and come into prayer twist, pressing the left elbow into the right knee. Hands are stacked. Right elbow is facing the ceiling. Maybe you need to look at something that's stationary. You don't tip over. And we don't want any tip overs. All right. Woo. I'll skip it over myself. All right, come back in a crescent pose. Arms are up. And then bring your arms and torso down. Plant the hands. Bring the right leg back to plank. And then chaturanga down. Do upward dog, pushing the floor away. Legs are off the mat. Come back to plank. Give me a push up here if you'd like. As we return to downward dog. Let's repeat that sequence on the left. So feet and legs together. Left leg goes up into the air. We're going to swing it on through. And as we transition to crescent pose on the left. Okay, we're going to drive that back heel down to the mat. Feel the pinch on the right hip. We continue to reach up towards the ceiling. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Come into prayer twist. Now it's the right elbow pressing into the left knee. And left elbow is facing the ceiling. We're letting all our stabilizer muscles work. It feels great. Okay, and let's return to crescent pose. Arms are reaching up. And then as you breathe out here, bring the arms back down to the mat. Plant both palms. Left leg comes back to plank. And then we're going to chaturanga down to our upward dog. Back to plank. Give me a push up here if you like. As we return to downward dog. And let's step our feet towards our hands. Let's do a sun salutation. So feet and legs together. Reverse swan dive until your hands are at the very top. And we're going to swan dive back down. Okay, coming up to flat back. And then as you exhale, round out your back, planting both palms. Step or jump back to plank, and then chaturanga down into an upward dog. And then back to plank. Remember, you can do that optional push up as you return to downward dog. And then we're going to do our warrior sequence. So feet and legs together. Let's start with the right side. So floating the right leg up into the air. And then swinging your right leg forward. And as your arms come up, your back heel comes down for warrior one. Nice. And then arms front and back for warrior two. Right. Let's dip back into reverse warrior, resting the left hand gently in the back leg. That right arm is reaching overhead behind us towards the back of the room. And then back to warrior two. And I want everyone to reach as far forward as you can with your right hand. If you can reach no more, drop the right hand down to the mat. Maybe it's just your fingertips. Maybe it's your palm. Or reaching up towards the ceiling with the left fingertips. I think we all know what's coming. So take that left hand and drop it behind your lower back. You reach underneath your right leg with your right hand. See if you can grab fingertips, grab palms. I know some people are wrist grabbers. That always impressed me. Good for you. I'm not as good as you, but I'm jealous. All right. And in 3, 2, 1, let's release the hands. Right hand is back on the ground. Left hand is reaching up towards the ceiling. And then let's pop back up in warrior two. Okay, if your right quad's on fire, stay with me, I know. Let's Dip back into reverse warrior. And back to warrior two. And let's swing that left arm forward and up for warrior one. Okay, and then as your arms and torso come down, that back heel comes up. Let's plant both palms. Right leg comes back. And let's chaturanga down into our upward dog. Okay, back to plank, but don't do a push-up. Step your feet towards your hands. Let's do another sun salutation. Let's reverse swan dive. And then reach up towards the ceiling. And then swan dive back down. Coming up to flat back. Rest the hands at the knees or the shins. And then exhale, round out the back, plant both hands. Step or jump back to plank. Let's chaturanga down to our upward dog. Back to plank, add in a push up here, go straight to down dog. And then we'll do that warrior sequence on the left side. So feet and legs together. Float the left heel up into the air. And then swing it on through. Have warrior one. Okay, everyone hold warrior one. You take off my pullover. I look to be toasty. All right. Warrior one. Thank you for waiting. Let's go arms front and back for warrior two. All right. Now let's lean back for reverse warrior. See how far back you can reach with the left arm. That stretch and extend down your left side. And we're going to pop back into warrior two. Okay, make sure that front knee is tracking with that front ankle. If you're up here and you're dogging it, get low and into it. You know you are. Okay, and then everyone to reach forward with the left hand, left arm. Then drop the left arm down the mat as you reach up towards your ceiling with the right arm. Okay, turn the chin and look up. That left leg is working, it's feeling good. That's why we're here. And then take that right arm and drop it behind your lower back. Left arm reaches underneath the left leg. And we're breathing, stretching, holding. I'm going to hold it for another 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. Left palm comes back down. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. And then let's pop back into warrior two. Okay, dip back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Let's swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And then as you bring everything back down, that back heel comes up, plant both palms, bring that left leg back to plank. Give me a chaturanga down into our upward dog. Okay, back to plank. Now let's step our feet towards our hands and reverse swan dive. Okay, and then swan dive back down, stretching out those hamstrings. Coming up to flat back. And then rounding out the back, once again, plant both palms, step or jump back to plank, and then chaturanga down as we return to our upward dog. Back to plank, give me a push up here as we return to down dog. Add in a couple things we normally don't do there. All right, we're going to chair pose. So step the feet towards the hands. And then bring the feet and legs together as you drop your bottom down. And the arms come up. Okay, don't let the elbows flare. Pretend like you're holding a box with your hands. They should be reaching. You want a straight line from your bottom all the way to your fingertips. All right, and keeping the arms where they are, straighten up your body. Get off the heels. Reach for the ceiling. Reach, 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 reach. Okay, keep the feet where they are. Let's bring the hands to heart center. And as you bring your heels back down, we'll straighten a twisting chair pose on the right. And just like normal chair pose, if you notice that your bottom is up in the air, bend the knees and get low into it. Take a drink of water. I'm still holding the pose. All right, let's come back to center and then straighten up the body once again, reaching for the ceiling. Back onto the toes. Ooh. Sorry, you fell over. That's okay. Take one last reach. And then bring the hands to heart center as we go into twisting chair pose on the left. Okay, that right elbow is pressed into your left knee. Your hands are stacked. The left elbow is facing the ceiling. You can look up if you so choose. Looking sideways is good too. We're gonna hold it for another 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Let's straighten up our bodies as we reach, coming back onto the toes. Okay, see how high up you can get those heels, really work the calves. And then 3, 2, 1, lower the heels, hands come back to center. Then we'll take our halfway break. Okay, go to the bathroom, get some water, do what you gotta do. We all here? We're mostly all here. We'll wait till Philippa comes to the other side of her counter. Maybe. All right, let's get ready for tree. Get the status update on my foot. Let's see how we're doing. All right, I'm gonna start. So let's get 98% of our weight on our left foot, our left leg. Okay, bring the right foot in, either above the knee, below the knee, at the knee, wherever's comfortable. And then add the arms wherever you find your own balance, whether that's up top, at your navel, at heart center, whatever works. Remember to breathe here, don't hold your breath. And 3, 2, 1. Let's drop the right foot. Shake out my left ankle. All right, let's get the other side. So let's put all of our weight on our right foot. Add the left leg. Let's see if I can get the arms up on this side as well. Woo. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's drop the left leg. Let's shake out the right ankle. Let's have a seat. Let's start with the usual, our table. Okay, so soles of the feet are planted in front of us. Hands are planted behind us, and let's prop ourselves up. And if you want to go for the super duper option, feel free to extend out one of your legs. I'm gonna start with my left. Okay, putting all the work on the right side. Then you can switch legs, so planting the left foot, extending the right leg. Remember, this is optional, just for fun. And then let's drop the right leg back down. You can join me. And then gently lower yourself. Do not crash. Okay. As we get ready for bridge. Ooh, hello. All right. So clasp your hands behind your lower back or underneath your lower back. Roll onto those shoulders and push the floor away with the feet. Okay, push, 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 push. I definitely feel that in my glutes and my hamstrings. With each out breath, push a little bit more. See how far up you can go with the pelvis. And then controlling yourself all the way down, one vertebra at a time. Lower yourself down. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Don't rush it until you're all the way down. Okay, the eagle has landed. Let's get our glutes. I'm going to start with my left ankle and my right quad, make that figure 4. And then grab somewhere in your right leg, whether that's your hamstring or your shin. You should begin to feel that stretch in your left glute. And as usual, 1 to 3 controlled breaths, I'll call it out. So let's take a deep breath in. And then nice long exhale. Breathe into that left glute. Getting as much out of the stretch as you can. Okay, once again, let's breathe in. Long exhale. Ooh. All right, one last time for the left. Let's breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then you release that right leg and switch sides. That left foot's planted, getting the right leg in place, grabbing onto the left shin, engaging the right glute. And then we'll take a deep breath in. And then long, long exhale. Okay. Number 2, let's breathe in. And then long exhale once again. Okay, don't rush these exhales. We're trying to get as much out of the stretch. Get as deep as you can. All right, last time here. Let's breathe in. Blow out that birthday cake as you breathe out. Nice. All right, you can release the left leg. We're staying our backs. We're happy, baby. So bring both legs up into the air. Let's grab the outside parts of the feet. Let's pull the knees in towards the underarms. Pull, 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 pull. Feel the inner thigh stretch. And then rock side to side. And think about both your inner thighs stretching and how you're massaging your spine against your mat. Ooh. Okay. And then we can lower our legs back down. We're gonna stand our backs once again. Let's hug in our right knee in towards our chest. Enjoy that little stretch. And then grab the outside part of the right knee and pull your leg over to the left side of your body as you extend out your right arm towards your right and you look right. Okay, twisting your whole spine. It feels great, or it should feel great. Okay, continuing the long breath cycle and turning your spine a little bit more with each out breath. I kind of feel that in my right hip, my right glute too, as I turn the lower half of my body. Okay, that's about good for that side. So bring the right leg back to center. And then we're gonna hug in our left knee for just a moment. Enjoying that little stretch. And then take the right hand and grab the outside part of the left knee and pull that leg over. The left arm is reaching out to the left. We're twisting our spines in the opposite direction, evening ourselves out. Okay, with each out breath, we're relaxing. Okay, one more moment. And then we can bring the left leg back to center. We're gonna sit on up. We're gonna do cat cow next. And as usual, I'm gonna roll up my mat so that my knees aren't on one layer of mat. Okay, we're on all fours. Knees and hands are shoulder distance apart. And let's do 5 breath cycles. So let's breathe in as we bring our head and our bottom up. Our chest is down towards the mat. And then as you exhale, round out the back, push the floor away. Then you can untuck the back toes, your toes and feet if you haven't already. And then inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Inhale, head up. And then exhale, head down. Inhale, head up. Then exhale, head down. Last time, let's breathe in. And then as you breathe out, round out your back. And come into neutral spine. Ooh. I'm gonna get off my round up mat. I'm gonna flatten out my mat. Let's come into child's pose. Okay, your knees can be as wide as your mat. We're just gonna hang out here for a moment or two. And from here, you can come forward. We're gonna do an extended child's pose. So your bottom's up in the air, but your arms are still on your mat. Okay. And then from here, I want you to take your right arm and reach through the hole that you made with your left arm in your body. And reach through to the left. And then bring the right arm up as you reach towards your ceiling. And think about how your spine feels. So that's one cycle. We're going to do 3. Thread your arm back through. Drop the right shoulder down to the mat. Reach to the left. And then unwind as you reach up with that right arm. Okay, last cycle, thread the arm through, drop the right shoulder down. Okay, last time reaching up with the right arm. Then as you bring your right arm back down, plant it in front of you. And then let's get the other side. So threading the left arm through, dropping the left shoulder down. And then twisting, reaching with the left arm. Okay, back through for number 2. And then up to the ceiling, up to the sky. And then last time here, thread the left arm through, drop the left shoulder down. And then back up towards the ceiling. And then let's return to the regular child's pose. Your bottom's close to your heels. Here we're going to do pigeon next. So come into a push-up position. Okay. We're gonna start by planting the right foot behind the left wrist, dropping both knees down so your right shin is about 90 degrees from the rest of your body. Then settle in. You can rock back and forth, finding whatever position you start to feel that stretch. Come down to your forearms, your elbows, if that's possible for you. And we're gonna hang out here for another 35 seconds or so. This is why I really wear my watch. It's not to track it, it's so that I don't have to count. Because I am bad at counting. If you ever swam with me, it's the proof's in the pudding. Anything over 200 is usually counted incorrectly. Oops. Okay, let's hold it for another 3, 2, 1. And then plant both palms and then bring the torso up. And then reach back behind you with the left arm. Let's pull in the left heel. Let's add the quad stretch. Okay, we're gonna hold that quad stretch for 3, 2, 1. You let go of that left leg. Let's plant both palms. Return the right leg back to plank. Let's bring the left leg forward and plant it behind the right wrist. Dropping both knees down. Let's get the left side. And once again, we're gonna go about 30 seconds here. We have about 10 seconds left. Continue to stretch, continue to settle in. Okay, let's plant both palms on the mat momentarily, and then reach back behind us, pulling in the right heel towards our bottom. That right quad is feeling real happy. Release any tension it has. Okay, and then you can drop that right leg down, get off the left leg. Let's get another hamstring stretch. Have a seat. And I'm going to start with my left leg out in front. Bring the right heel in. Remember to flex the foot so your toes are facing the ceiling. Add the arms up top. Exhale over that left leg. If you want to add the bonus side stretch, take that right hand and grab the outside part of your foot. You're gonna keep pulling yourself in with each out breath. If you can't touch your feet, that's okay. Slide the hands along your shin or your knee towards your feet. It never matters where you are. What matters is you're doing good for you. Doing well for you. Superman does good. Okay, give me one last pull, one last reach. Really feel the stretch in the left hamstring. And we're going to release that side and switch legs. Okay, right leg's extended, left heel comes in, flex the foot, add the arms, and then exhale, reach, extend, stretch, all the things. Okay, if you want to think about it a different way, imagine there's a string from the top of your head to your toes. You want to shorten that string as much as you can. Shorten string, maximize stretch. All right, Give me one last pull, one last reach before we release. And then we'll get both legs together as usual. Okay, so you want your quads, knees, shins, ankles, toes touching. Flex the feet. Once again, let me add my block just for fun. Add the arms up top. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, reaching. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. We're gonna take 2 deep breaths before we release this stretch. So let's breathe in through the nose. And then exhale, get deeper, deeper, deeper. One last time here, let's breathe in. Then exhale, pull yourself in. Nice. You're gonna release that. Ooh. Say hello to the hamstrings. I move my block over. Let's get another, what's it called? Spine stretch. So plant your feet in front of you and then grab underneath your right leg and pull your left foot through, left leg through. This one has a lot of instructions. Plant the right foot on the other side of your quad and then twisting clockwise, press your left elbow into your right knee or right quad. You should feel that in your right glute even. Okay, see how far back you can look towards your right. Turn your chin into your right shoulder. Okay. And then let's unwind. Let's do the other side. So let's pull the right leg underneath the left. Plant the left foot, other side of that quad. We're pushing the right elbow in to the left knee. Okay, give me one last deep breath in. Give me one last push. See how far back towards the left you can look. Nice. And then release the elbows, release the legs. Ooh, we skipped Malasana, so we're gonna stand up one last time before we sit back down. I always hate when I forget the up and the down sequence. That's okay. All right, medium distance, toes facing out diagonally. Keeping the head and chest up, lower yourself down. Ooh. See how low you can go. Oh, don't fall back like that, that's bad. Falling bad, stretching good. Hopefully we're pretty open now, since this is towards the end of the hour. Okay, I'm gonna put my hands on my knees to support myself. Gently come up. Before we do our closing sequence, let's do some hip stuff. Ugh. So I'm gonna come down on my right knee, plant my left foot in front of me. Ooh, I already feel that. Hello. So rotate your bottom of your hip towards the front. Oh, excuse me. Shouldn't have done that. You want to add the right arm and pull it from the top and the bottom. Feel free to do so. And then, as always, super duper option is if you're reaching with that right arm, reach over your head towards the left. And that right hip should be nice and released. And we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the right arm back down and switch sides. So onto the left knee, right foot's planted in front of us, and we're rotating our hips, feeling the pinch in the left hip or the left side. Okay, adding the arm, reaching overhead. And then just like the other side, we're gonna do a 5 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now let's do a closing sequence. So have a seat on your heels, spread your knees as far as your mat for a second, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, reach forward as we come into child's pose. And think about everything you just did. Nice hour long worth of stretching. Settle with the breath. Okay. And then come forward out of child's pose and rotate onto your back. Want you to relax your whole body from head to toe. You can close your eyes here if you like. And we're going for 60 seconds, and I want you to lie as still as you possibly can. I want to start in 3, 2, 1. And that was about a minute. You can keep your eyes closed. Let's reach the arms overhead and point the feet at the bottom. Give me a nice morning stretch. Okay, wriggle to one side, wiggle to the other. Do whatever you do when you're refusing to get out of bed in the morning. And then rotate onto one side and rest your head and face on your hands. And really settle in here. Think about everything you just did for yourself, for your body, recovering from the weekend, getting ready for the week. All right, take whichever arm is on top, plant that palm against the floor, and then push yourself up as you return to cross-leg position. Ooh. All right. Sitting on my block. All right, sit up nice and tall. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Give me 3 breaths with some sound. So let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Oh. All right, number 2, let's breathe into the nose. And breathe out with some sound. Oh. Last time, let's really make it count. Let's breathe in through the nose. And breathe out with some sound. Oh. Let's bring our hands to Namaste at heart center. You can repeat after me if you like. May you have clear and kind intentions. Let's bring our hands to our foreheads. May you have clear and kind thoughts. Lower your hands to your lips. May you have clear and kind communications. And let's return our hands to our hearts. And as always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friends.